Good morning, folks. Or kind of afternoon because I'm getting a late start. We are headed into the mountains. We're not that far outside of Denver right now, down a kind of bumpy road called Duck Creek Road. That's a Forest Service road I think we're in Pike National Forest. The national forests kind of converge right here. I think we're still in Pike National Forest. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Katie. That's Tuck. He's a little bit nervous and excited because we're in the Jeep on a bumpy road. We haven't even gotten to the real bumpy part yet, but yeah, he's a little nervous, a little excited, a little concerned, but happy. And I've mainly come out here today to do looking for some mushrooms. Okay. He's so happy to be out of the car. I'm hoping we can do a little more than just looking for some mushrooms and I can show you guys some cool stuff. But I am getting a late start and there is rain in the forecast. And some of the cool stuff I would like to show you is above tree line, which is kind of dangerous if there's rain in the forecast. So we'll see. We may have to come back up a different day and make this a two-parter or something. I have no idea if we'll actually find mushrooms at this particular spot. I have not foraged for mushrooms here before. I have hiked here, but not during mushroom season. And we may still be a little early for the good mushrooms at this elevation. I think we're probably around 10,000 feet here-ish. And look at these beauties. I just adore seeing wildflowers. You can see that there's a fair amount of clouds in the sky. That could be a little bit dangerous if the weather starts getting weathery. Let's see if we can find any mushrooms. I spy our first big mushroom. It's not what we want, but it's a sign that mushrooms are here. It's not the kind we're looking for, but it's pretty close. If these are popping up, the kind we're looking for should be popping up too. It's kind of weird water, isn't it? You can see how incredibly red this water is. And it's red like that because of all the iron in the water. It's basically rusty. This is Geneva Creek. And yeah, it's rusty. My original plan was to come up here and camp, but I ran out of time because I've been scheduling myself way too much for work. Because when I came back from my big trip, I kind of panicked and was like, I need work. I need to make money. And so I've just overscheduled myself. And yeah, I haven't had time to do an overnight trip. I've only done the one backpacking trip so far. And until a couple of weeks from now, that's going to be what it is because I just haven't had time because I am working a lot. For those who are new to the channel, I am a veterinarian and I took almost 2 years off of work to go do some traveling. And now I'm saving up again to do some more traveling. But when I came back, I was flat broke. So I needed to get a job real quick. And what I'm doing is relief work. So kind of like the substitute teacher of the veterinary world. I go to all kinds of different hospitals and work shifts when they need them. And that works for me because I can make my own schedule. Unfortunately for me, I scheduled myself a whole lot for July and August because I kind of panicked and I was like, I need money. So I'm working a lot and not getting to do as much of the fun stuff. But we are out here today and I need to be paying attention to my surroundings and looking for mushrooms and not talking to the camera quite as much. What you doing? Are you loving this? Yeah. So far I'm seeing plenty of these guys. It may be that the kind of mushrooms I'm looking for are all have already come up and have been picked because this is a potentially popular area for people to come looking because it's reasonably close to Denver, so it's close to a population center. So we'll see what we find. Oh yeah. So what I'm looking at here is some disturbed ground, which probably means somebody got here before we did. I do have some mushroom spots that are, I gotta watch my step. Big step down and get in the water. Yeah, it's kind of weird water, isn't it? I do have some mushroom spots that are harder to get to and therefore generally not picked over, and I'm thinking that it might be got time to go check those out, but not today. Are you having a good time? Yeah. I'm not seeing any hawkswings or Amanita muscaria, which are mushrooms that do tend to grow at the same time as the king boletes that I'm looking for. So maybe I'm just too early. It's weird. This is a weird season because it's been really dry, but then we've had some rain, and I don't know, the mushrooms are just doing whatever they're gonna do this year. So I'll keep looking every time I come out, but I don't think we're gonna find any today. What you doing, little mister? Good boy. There's one, just one, and it's probably a little bit too far along. Oh, I got fooled by the top. That is not what we are looking for. The ones we're looking for have a top like that. That's usually a nice rusty brown, but the stipe looks different on the good ones. This one has scabers. It's a scaber stalk or aspen bolete. But man, that fooled me. I was really excited for a second. Maybe I actually found one. No. Good boy. Let's unhook you. What a good boy you are. I think we are going to risk running into some bad weather and head a little further up the road. Are you on board with that plan? Yeah, because you'd like to do a little more running around. What did you get into? He got into something that smells really bad. That's my Tuck. He likes things that smell bad, and he likes to roll in them. I don't know what he found, but it does not smell great. This area, like many mountain areas in Colorado, had a lot of gold and silver and lead mining. And along this road, you can see some of that history. There's not much left here except for this big pile of slag. Slag are these rocks that are left over from the smelting process. And there's a big pile of it right here. And a whole bunch of ripe raspberries. Maybe it's not the best idea to eat raspberries growing on a slag pile, but it's good. We got a big puddle. Now, I probably would have gotten out and walked that puddle if this were an unfamiliar area, but I have driven this road before, so I know that there's no crazy deep puddles on this road. It's just nice to see that there's puddles, which means it has rained. We need it. And since we're going so slow, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the side of the road to see if I see any more mushrooms. I do know that the good ones grow up here on this road. I guess they don't actually grow on the road, but they do grow along the sides of the road. And they're kind of big, so you can usually spot them from the road if you're keeping an eye out. While I have been back here before, I don't remember how long it takes to get back here. I know where I am and I know where I'm going. I just don't know how long it's going to take to actually get there. Now we're driving through a little national forest inholding of private land. I wish I knew a little bit more about this place. It's just kind of interesting. It's a little cabin back here and it's fenced off for horses or livestock, but I've never actually seen any horses or livestock back here. And I've never seen any signs of anybody actually living in the cabin. And I've been back here a number of times, but yeah, never seen any actual signs of life. And this is a cool cabin in a cool location. It would not be accessible in winter at all, just in the summer, but it's pretty neat. Look at this lovely little waterfall, which means we gotta cross this little stream. That little stream is called Jack Creek, and that's the lowest I have ever seen it. Like, there really isn't much water in there compared to how I've seen it in years past. That is a big old avalanche spot, and there happens to be a hiking trail right down there, so you really would not want to hike that in wintertime. It's pretty avalanchy up here. But look how freaking gorgeous the view is up ahead. Oh, I may need to put on my 4-low. We are in 4-low now. This is just a little bumpy spot that goes up and has bumpies at the same time. So the regular 4-wheel drive 4-high does not do so well with that. Look at this. This road is pretty easy as far as 4-wheel drive roads go. It does get a little shelfy in spots, but I think it still would be a good road to take people who are learning 4-wheel drive on. I mean, it's only a little shelfy. And only in spots. I mean, I guess you could say that's a little shelfy. The road is a little narrow and the drop-off is steep, but there's plenty of room. You just don't necessarily want to meet a car coming the other direction. You may notice that a lot of the rock is red here. Just like Geneva Creek that we saw down the road, there is just a ton of iron here. And it's my understanding that the iron in the water is a sign that there's sulfur, which is a sign that there's things like gold and silver. And I'm not exactly sure how all that geology works, but iron and gold and silver and sulfur all go together. If you find some of those, you're probably going to find the rest of those. The bad weather seems to be holding off for a bit, so we are taking a little hike to something pretty cool. I have hiked here before. I have taken videos here before, but Tuck's never been here before, so it's like it's all new. And I just really like this place. I don't know, it kind of just calls to me a little bit for some reason. I have no idea why. Tuck doesn't know where he's going, but he thinks he does. Oh, look at that. Those are Amanita muscaria. These are technically a poisonous mushroom. They are the classical fairy tale mushroom with the white dots on them that are remnants of a veil. They are very distinctive. They are also a sign I should be keeping my eye open for the king boletes up here. Technically, Amanita muscaria are edible if you cook them properly. And technically, they're edible if you don't cook them properly. But they do contain some, not hallucinogens, but some mind-altering chemicals in them. From what I understand, it's not like good mind-altering chemicals, and that you're more likely to just vomit and feel drunk. You need to eat just a teeny bit of them, and you need to process them first to take out most of the toxins that cause the vomiting part. But I have not been brave enough to eat them. We are taking a shortcut instead of taking the long trail, but the shortcut is a little steep and it's not an official trail. I guess it probably used to be an official trail, but it is not anymore. But it shaves off quite a bit of distance from where you can park to where you can get to the cool thing we're gonna see. Tuck has kind of learned what a trail is and how to follow a trail. So that's kind of cool. He is learning how to be an outdoorsy dog, and he is sniffing around a big patch of grouse whortleberries right now, but there's no berries on him right now. They are kind of a late fall berry. Oh, that is the good kind of mushroom. But it's, oh, it feels nice and firm. But we're only getting parts of it. The cap is already gone on that one. Where there's one, there will be more. I am keeping my eyes peeled. That was not exactly a fine example because the cap was already all kind of broken up, but I'm looking. We have made it down to the Iron Fens. Now I just got to get over there without falling in the water. Although I probably will get my feet a little wet on this little adventure. What do you think, buddy? Is that kind of neat? The source of this phenomenon is that way. A spring up the hill that is super rich in iron and sulfur. All of this yellow you see is the sulfur. Good boy! Oh, you're a happy camper. And this area we're walking on is called the Iron Fens. And I guess there's like 8 or so Iron Fens in the world, and most of them are in Colorado. I haven't been to all of them, obviously, but I'm pretty sure that this one is the most impressive. This is huge. I guess it's kind of hard to get a scale, but this is really big. And this is an area where the water has been flowing for thousands and thousands of years and depositing iron-rich sediments. And it has turned this into literally iron. So we're walking on iron. It's hard, like it's metal. We're walking on metal. And things that get stuck in the water, like I can't pull that up, get turned to iron as well. I think that might have been a stick at one time. And it's just such a wickedly cool place. And I guess there's some special species of sphagnum moss that lives here that only lives here, which is kind of cool. I mean, mosses aren't that prevalent in Colorado because it's very arid. So anytime you have something like that, it's pretty neat. There is not a ton of water flowing down this right now. You are loving this, aren't you? You're like, this is an amazing place. Yeah, this is a good dog place. And it's just kind of cool. So the green is moss, living moss. But what it's growing over, I think, is actually kind of petrified moss from all the iron. It's just really cool and very unique. And Tuck is definitely loving it, aren't you? Okay, we're gonna go down and stand on that mound of iron down there because it's most cool to stand down at the bottom and look back at this. You wanna climb up the hill? It's just a great spot. It just feels good to be here. You're in the mountains. You're at this very unique place. I mean, I don't know any place that actually really looks like this. And there's nobody here. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get here if you don't know the shortcut or if you don't have four-wheel drive. So not that many people hike here. And this whole area in front of us is just a swamp. It's an iron swamp. How cool is that? It is all iron. It is all rusty metal. We're not gonna stay too long because the clouds are getting a little bit cloudy looking. And this is a really bad place to be if it's thunder and lightning. Standing on metal, a giant field of metal. So we're heading back uphill. Just to give you an idea of size, how big these terraces are, I'm 5'8", or almost 5'8". They're pretty tall. With all the moss growing, you might think that this is slippery, and with the water, but no, it's not slippery at all. I mean, it's really uneven footing, but not slippery. Tuck is just having the time of his life, man. I mean, I love this too. Tuck can just leap up this, but I cannot. We have to go down where it's a little less steep. This is such a neat little cutout in the terrace. I don't know what all of these minerals might be besides the iron and the sulfur, but it's just neat. And this is one of the little springs where the water is bubbling up from under the ground and sending it down the hill. The total area of the fens is actually much larger than what I've showed you, but you gotta kind of hike around and bushwhack a bit. Just got my leg or my pants stuck on a tree branch. Look, okay, I have extracted my pants leg, and we're coming up into the woods a little bit because I see another bolete. But what is happening to these boletes? Like there's no cap left to them. That's the second one where there's no cap left, or very little cap left. Kind of weird. Are you coming, buddy? You see a squirrel? Oh, there's one. I think that's a good one. It's kind of in there. Oh, well, I messed up the cap a little bit, but yes, that is what we are looking for. The stipe is a little smushy, so it may be buggy, but we're still keeping it. And there's another one. This one is really sun bleached, but it's nice and firm. That one will actually make a good eating, even though it's sun bleached. I'm so happy to be finding the boletes, even though I'm like really out of breath because this is high elevation. Oh, got stuck on a tree again. That was the tree in question I just passed over. What a good boy you are. You are such a good boy. You can have your cookie. He needs a lot of cookies to distract him from chasing all the squirrels. There's a lot of squirrels happening today. Whew, and I don't mind stopping for a minute to give him a cookie because, yeah, out of breath, going back uphill, even though it's not that far. Good boy. Oh, I dropped it. There's your cookie. I don't know if you can tell that in camera, but the clouds are getting darker, which does make going higher up the mountain maybe not the best idea because we're going above tree line. But we're in the car. I won't be out of the car all that much, and I can jump back in the car if it's looking sketchy or sounding sketchy or lightning is crashing all around. Not that the fiberglass roof of the Jeep is going to provide awesome protection, but it does have a metal roll cage. maybe that'll do. But in case you're wondering about these mushrooms that I have been going on about, their scientific name is Boletes rubriceps. Their kind of common name is a king bolete, and their culinary name is a porcini. So these are porcini mushrooms, and they're delicious. They're also usually extremely abundant, but not this year. It's very bumpy. We don't have to go too much further up the road. In fact, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to get to the next cool spot. I really actually wanted to come up here and camp, but I just did not get my act together and get my camping gear together to be able to come up here and camp. And I gotta work tomorrow, so I can't camp. Where we have come to now is called the Geneva Basin. And this is where all the mining took place for gold and silver and lead and I guess pyrite too. And I have heard that some people have just been wandering around and finding pyrite. And I would like to find some cool pyrite crystals. And that sky is getting even angrier looking, so we're gonna do a quick tour. Man, just look at that. Mother Nature is so incredible. Definitely don't quote me on this, but I think that pretty much all of these mountains around here are they're volcanic, but I think they're the cinder cone type of volcanic mountain. Pretty sure. What do you think, buddy? It's bumpy again, isn't it? I think he doesn't really understand why Mom is always taking him on bumpy roads. They are definitely not his favorite. You think he might figure out that he gets to go cool places and run around in the woods and stuff when we go on bumpy roads, but I don't know how much comprehension or critical thinking he has. He's a very sweet boy and he listens very well. But I don't know that he has the... Oh, come on up here. I gotta put it in 4-low. I probably should have downloaded a satellite map of the area so that I could remember which roads to go on to go see all the cool mining stuff. But I did not. I mean, is this not incredible? This is absolutely incredible. And that you can just drive up to this. I mean, if you have a 4-wheel drive, you can just drive up to this. And this is not a difficult 4-wheel drive trail. Now, I do think that a Subaru might not have enough clearance to make it up here. There's just one spot where a Subaru probably couldn't make it, because what vehicle was that? An Explorer. My sister had a Ford Explorer. Was it the Explorer? I think it might have been the Explorer. And we tried to bring it up here, and there was a spot where she could not get over it. And I think that's got the same or higher clearance than a Subaru. So probably don't bring your Subaru. But this is a good, easy, beginner 4-wheel drive trail. If you were thinking I would like to go out into the wild with my 4x4 vehicle that has a little bit of clearance, this is a good trail. It's very safe. There's a lot of people that come on this trail. Now, I haven't seen anybody today, but it's a weekday. But it's a very popular trail. So if you get in trouble up here and you were like, oh crap, I messed up, there will be people up here to help you. Usually. Not today. Is that not incredible? Mother Nature has outdone herself in Colorado. From my understanding, this mine was first started in the mid 1800s, so kind of just after the gold rush, I think, or at the very beginning of the gold rush. And it was only worked in winter. I do know that. This area would be completely inaccessible in wintertime, even if you had a good road up here. There's no way. There's way too much snow. And I assume some company probably still owns this mine, or a family or something, but I really don't know much more about it. But isn't it just nice coming up here? And I just heard a pika chirp in the rock pile next to me. Oh, and we're getting a few raindrops, so we are going to check out the mine real quick once I get down there, and then we're going to skedaddle off this mountain. Rain is not a super big deal, but the lightning that accompanies it is. I know I've said something like this before, but it still just amazes me. This is not a national park. This is just some national forest. Just regular, run-of-the-mill national forest land, and it's pretty incredible. I'm picking up speed a little bit, but I'm not going to go too fast. More raindrops are falling. Technically, I guess we're still at tree line, so it's not quite as bad as if we were completely above tree line, but it's still a dangerous place if there's lightning. There's one little mine building right there. The weather is being very changeable right now. Oh, but the clouds are looking a little ominous right now. So we are not going to hang around that long. But yeah, here's the Geneva mine. And there are some roads that go that way and another road that goes that way. There's no information to tell us what all the old buildings were. I presume maybe housing for the people working the mines. But, I mean, this is just amazing. I'm gonna get out of breath again because we are at very high elevation. But it's worth it to take a look around. So I assume this is a big old tailings pile. And I could probably actually just drive up this road, but I'm already walking. Oh, there's a cool old car up here. We are up near the car, and this road goes a bit further, but I do not have the lung power to walk up there right now. So let's check out this car, or truck. I suppose it's actually an old truck. This is its final resting place, which is not a bad final resting place. But what is it? Does it have any identifying marks? Maybe somebody knows what that is. I'm guessing it's from the 50s or 60s. I don't know if you can hear them, but there's pikas and marmots chattering all around, and you are so not going to be able to see them. But there's a raptor that just landed on those rocks up there. You can see a road over here going up to another mine and some tailings. And this is the top of the tailings pile. Some old collapsed mine building. I'm thinking that must be the mine shaft itself. I think you could have, I think they were digging back that way. What do you think of all this? This is fun, huh? This is a good day. This is just like adventures you got to do every single day when I first got you. Now you have to only have adventures like once a week. I think it's time to walk back down to the car. It's momentarily not raining. I think you've had enough running around time. Pretty sure. And there's an old tailings pile right there. And a bunch of debris, mining debris, along with other tailings piles. I really wasn't going to walk much further, but look at the color of these Indian paintbrush. I hope that comes out. They are actually fuchsia. They are so beautiful. And I totally missed this old mine debris on the way up here because I was just working on breathing. But there's fireweed growing out of it. It's beautiful. That looks like it was actually maybe a house or something. And there's like a wood stovepipe down there. So that may have been somebody's living quarters at one time. We have to, woo! I have to watch where I'm walking is what we have to do. We have to get off this mountain. Even with the impending threat of thunder and lightning, it still is very peaceful and beautiful up here. And I think we're gonna drive down and stop at that little cabin down the hill and check it out a little closer. I'm assuming that's where somebody would have lived. From this lovely little stream, we find the cabin, and you can see the road cuts going up that mountain to other mining spots. This cabin is very short, like really short. I have to really duck to get in the door. Well, I guess you could stand up in here, but it's pretty short. What do you think? Yeah, somebody's had a campfire in here, and you have a lovely view out your window, and it's a 2-room cabin, or maybe 2 adjoining cabins, and yeah, it just barely fits a mattress. That's like a full-size mattress spring. Are you having fun playing in the water? Oh, look at all the old cans. You gotta love the old cans. I mean, you can't tell what they were anymore, but they're cool. We got a whole pile of them. It looks like there's one more building to look at. Let's go look at it before our luck runs out on the weather. Let's go look at this building over here. There's not a whole lot left of this one. There's a campfire there. Looks like people have made this little spot into a campsite. But look at this cool little canyon here. It's almost a canyon or a gorge. And there's another building over there. I don't think I can get across that without getting my feet wet. It probably doesn't look that wide in the camera, but it's a little bit wider than I can leap across. Oh, that's so lovely. Okay, we're getting out of here. I just heard thunder. And that's it for today, guys. We're gonna boogie down the hill and get to safety. And if you're seeing this video, we made it to safety. And guys, I will see you next time.